Hello, and welcome to another edition of Moots of JLC. Here. Now, I have a video 2 weeks ago. Uh, my last video on Kyrie in the Nets. But right now, we're in round two of the NBA playoffs. And I want to talk in my second video of Moots of JLC about who I think is going to win the NBA finals. Who actually thinks the front runners for this year's playoffs of the 2022 NBA playoffs, basically the 75th anniversary of the NBA. Hey, so here's the lowdown on this year. To now, in my Raptors didn't make didn't enter next round. I'm sad what the season has shown. That's what I'm a Raptors fan. You guys didn't know from a certain standpoint. Only the subscribers who are subscribed know that. So, because you're subscribing, as I would do more Raptors videos in next coming days or months, depending on what the news puts on. But that's not what you are here for. You're here for the title of this video, and that is I predict spoiler word. There's a hot take that we're gonna have a series of the Miami Heat and Warriors. Here's basically the title is called I predict Heat versus Golden State Warriors in the finals, but nobody is talking about that. Nobody is What I mean by is that this team here, that series, nobody predicts. Nobody wants to see that. But yet it has the most storylines to talk about. Let's talk about it by detail. And the reason why I actually say this, if a lot of people say not the favorite for that or series, I believe it's Bucks and Suns in the NBA Finals. They had favorites, but that's second. This is the most favorite series that people want in the finals is Warriors versus Bucks in the NBA Finals, because we're talking about the two most popular players in the league right now, Giannis and Curry, face on for the glory and see who wins. It's a Bucks victory. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis versus Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That has the most popular headline of the entire postseason that everyone wants to see in the finals. But the series that people should be wanting is Heat versus Warriors. Before I actually get to that, they're putting a like in this video as this will support the channel to grow throughout this channel, so that way more people can watch it and we can grow as a community. The more it will spread. Yeah, that's what this channel is about. It's about make NBA debates, controversial debates, and putting out and seeing it. And actually, we talk about as a community. We talk about it as friendly as we can, but as the best way is gives a good content. And I know that I'm stuttering here. I was stuttering to the first video, but that's what I struggle to. I struggle to the disability of stuttering, And that's the whole thing. I gotta keep on talking in the best confident way I have to be able to do that. So without any further ado, let's get on today's video. The top 5 teams I have to win the NBA Finals, or the top 5 teams in general in this playoffs, is the Boston Celtics, starting at 5. 4 is the Milwaukee Bucks. 3 is the Miami Heat. 2 it is the Phoenix Suns, and number 1 is the Golden State Warriors. Yes, those are my 5. Alright, to repeat, Boston Celtics, 5, 4 for Milwaukee Bucks, 3 Miami Heat, 2 Phoenix Suns, and number 1 on the Golden State Warriors. Now, what produces this way? Because here's the thing, guys. These are my 5 contenders for the win, but it has the most parity of any year we've been having in recent memory. I mean, we never had 5 teams that we could say had a chance to win the NBA Finals, but we had no idea who's going to win. Any of these teams can change up. I could be wrong on my prediction in the next day. And a lot of people want Celtics Warriors actually too, but they're not going to get. Because the Heat and Warriors got the most root together. They are playing the most intense games this entire season, and they both had the most culture around them. I mean, we talked about Jimmy Butler. He wants to make it back to the NBA Finals. Now, do you guys know that Jimmy Butler, you check his stats, he's been averaging 27 points on 51%. But that's not the depressing thing. Well, the depressing thing is the stats with that they've been averaging in the 7 to 8 games they've been playing. Oh wait, 9 games since today but that one is a count because it's right now going on as we speak during this video. It is 5 assists a night. He leads the league in steals. I mean, postseason wise, has 2.4 steals and 7 boards. And he's going to the line 4 times. That means now this that last stat line, going to the line 4 times, it's not impressive. A lot of people don't talk about free throws because we don't know if they gotta keep it up. Yeah, it's inflated. We don't know they gotta keep it up. But it is impressive though, because it tells you how hard it is to get to the line, while also at the same time shows how good he is. 4 times he goes to 8 free throws a night. It's attempted. He is making 6 of them a night. 8% basically. And getting to 4 times to the line, as I stated, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do in this week. Jimmy Butler is showing that this is kind of controversial. Is he a top 5 player in this league? He's kind of showing that by those stat marks, or he keeps it up, and he is doing things that basically we know has their seen for. That is a team that looked like writing off in the number 1 spot in the East. They look like written off with the fight they have just a month ago with the coach and him in verbal fight, and then he called out Eric Spoelstra, threatening him, telling him back up him that we can fight here outside right now, or in the locker room. Out of that, everyone read him off, thinking that this team they had a chance to win. But now they're proving to everybody they're ready to play, and I think that basically they have a team that can win. They had 2 guys who won the championship in their career. Actually 3 guys. It's that 1 guy's not playing. And Adonis Haslam, I say his name right. Good. But he's a player coach. And then there's two guys, Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker. They won't go off on the stat sheet. But what they do on the court is seeing the eye test. They play great defense. They play an oriented game and play greatly. You need to get there. And we all know that they're going to play their hearts out in the game. And that's what I think that people are going to write off, is that how many veterans this team has. This team is deep. To me, the reason why I'm picking Heat versus Warriors in the finals is that they're the deepest out of all the teams is the entire conference and had the best parity of big threes. All of them have a big three. No, both of them have a big three on their team, and a team that basically you need a big three to win. And when I see it, they have the best big three right now. I know the Bucks won a title last year, but the Bucks don't have Chris Middleton. We don't know when Chris Middleton is coming back. Unless he comes back in the conference finals and plays phenomenal, over 20 points a night, I don't see that team make it to the finals. And on top of them, why? Like how important Chris Middleton is on the team. But the Miami Heat proved to me with this secret run that they have, they had their own. I picked the Warriors to win the championship this year. Yeah, because of how good those players are, how good the team is. The Heat, I would not take them off, and I would not laugh at them, and will call them frauds, because basically, they're second best in defense. With this, they had their own small ball five, and that includes Kyle Lowry in point guard, shooting guard or Victor Oladipo, small forward Tyler Herro, power forward Jimmy Butler, center Bam. They only had to use this lineup 2 times in the postseason, but when you see it play, you see that this team is ready to pounce on teams to play their best offensive lineup against teams and show themselves they're ready to go. Victor Oladipo is probably the biggest, most underrated player. He's the most he's basically the biggest underdog out of all this pro season. Now, I had his jersey right here, but it's broken, for people who don't know what the jersey display, so I can't review it to you without showing the one piece, but I'm a big fan, and it's right here down here. I actually made this attempt to show it to you guys. See? He got autographs right there. I can't show it to you, otherwise it would break more. But it is shows basically I just banned him. I'm glad I got it. But the thing is, Victor Oladipo is playing phenomenal, playing well. The stats don't show that, but the games that he plays, when he plays great. For the past, there's 3 games that he plays great. He averages 20 points a night, 45% field goal percentage. But those other two games he has put the horn down, scoring down, to the point that basically they don't pop up on a stat sheet. But stat sheet doesn't matter. That's one variable. What really matters is the eye test. You see in his play, he wants to play, chipping on the shoulder. He wants to play. He wants to take it one day at a time. And he says, interview, I want to take this one day at a time. Coming back from injury. That time my career was over. but I said to myself, I'm going to take care of myself and do my very best. Now, he was also talking about faith, but I don't believe in faith, but it just goes to show you that he wants to play every time and put what is it called in the NBA? How you put when your number is called up, you're ready to step up for your team. And that is exactly what he's doing. When he is making his shot, his speed with the ball, he's still got in his game. He is what is it? His 8 year in his career. Victor Oladipo is an former All-Star, or he's not the All-Star he was in Indiana, but he's playing like he wants to. And basically, he's playing like he's important for this team, and he has to be. He playing like that, playing impressive, playing. What is the word? Proving himself every night, so that way this team has a chance to win. Really, that 5, as I stated, is why I actually pick them to win the East, because the Miami Heat show also that they're ready to they got the best speed, they got the best squad that has shown us really the most heart. Is why I actually pick them, because they want to get back there. Even they lost a sweep last year against the Bucks. Let's not forget they were apart from each other. They were exactly. Tyler Herro wasn't the same player as he is this year, and that's the variable that I really like my position on, because Tyler Herro has really impressed me. I'm really surprised he wasn't in the top 5 most improved players. There's a voting, because he's been playing incredible, really great. He leads the team in points if that's because he played most games. Let's not forget, they're number 1 seed. Excuse me. They're number 1 seed. But yet, Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, the 2 best players, missed over 20 games this season. But yet, Tyler Herro led them to be number 1 still? That never happens. When you see there, it shows Tyler Herro has been playing phenomenal when it comes to separating from the opponent and making his shots. 45% this postseason. And he's playing phenomenal. It's not a fluke of what he's been doing the 6th man of the year. Here, to me, he's proving himself. And that's why the headline is so, for me, because of Heat versus Warriors. We're talking about Tyler Herro versus Jordan Poole. 2 6-mans, and who had the most crack of basically proving themselves throughout the entire year on the bench, versus each other. But also 2 other players who are star-level players faced against each other. Jimmy Butler versus Stephen Curry. One who wants to prove himself that he's one of the greatest players all the time, or one of the top 100 players all the time. While the other here is showing he's the greatest shooter all the time. He's an MVP. And not mention, and he's one of the greatest players all the time. He wants to get back there and win and solidify himself as one of the top 25 greatest players all the time. An important headline for both teams, as one's trying to get his first ring, while the other is trying to get back and win their ring they have in 3 years. And Curry wins. He wins his what will be his 5th ring, and if not, let's see here. He won 2. Oh yeah, his 4th ring. Tell me the comment section. Do you think I'm right? Right? But that's the thing. That's how much is riding on this was for this win, and because they're showing they're ready to go at each other and play to their best abilities. Tyler Herro is playing really he's playing almost showing that he's a star. It's like or a coming one. Last year, he was showing on Instagram how much a celebrity he was when he's not really one. He's a six. He's off the bench for Miami Heat. He's being basically a person. What's it called? He's being prideful. Prideful. Well, he looked like he was gonna be out of the league, and then he comes on the 16th of the year and one of the top 50 players. You could talk about basically showing how good he has proven himself in a personal standpoint. Point how much he's been taking this role of being the sixth man and playing it to us best. No, far expectations anyone predicted coming to the year. And that shows off the court and on the court. He said himself during when they released it that he was one sixth in the year. They want to win the ring. They want to go for it. And they're showing that really to me that they can win. And Adebayo is probably the most interesting thing here is he hasn't really shown himself in a scoring standpoint that he's the greatest player of this team, but playing like it when he is playing two-way ball, stepping up. He is the most impactful player of this team because of what. Because we all know he's capable of winning defense player year. He's capable of average 20 points. When he's doing both of those things in the court, this guy is a great star level player. And he's got to show that night in and night out. And I think that basically, I remember that since it's halftime, say Sixers versus Heat, in Game 4, that he has 12 points. But because of those 12 points, they're weeks in this game. Adebayo has to do that. Has to step up. Has to show himself. Has to sell to end the game. And play. And that's why I want Heat versus Warriors semifinals. Because we're talking about Adebayo versus the small ball of the Warriors. Draymond versus Bam. That would be basically he has no excuse. It was scoring over 20 points a night to help them win. But the Warriors asked him to score over the guy who was in the race, who was a front runner of the defense player of the year in the halfway point. So yes, right. Draymond Green was let's see here. When 41 games came up, that's a halfway point. He was a front runner on MMA.com, defense player of the year. Here. Yet, he played, and he got hurt. Draymond Green is playing like that ball right now in the postseason. He's playing like he wants to not stop. He wants to he plays phenomenal defense, night in, night out. He's ready to prove to his league, I'm not just back. My team is back in the postseason and ready to win a title. And it's showing that by the best spot on the court. It's basically what I said earlier. No excuse. Actually, you have to regard my statement because the thing is, that's how good Draymond is. He will guard Bam and out, and that's the thing. He scores very great to exposes Draymond, but if and plays bad, then Draymond proves himself as one of the greatest defenders of all time. Fine. That's what makes this this storylines of this happen so really good because of what this team is ready to show, and the Warriors got everything they asked for. Now I remember reading a tweet saying the best duo is Klay Thompson and Curry, but it's not anymore. More it's Devin Booker and Chris Paul. However, I regard my statement there because it's really Poole and Curry. You could say that because that's how good Poole has been his entire year. You can't say they're best duo, but what you can say is how good he has been, and you want to put that statement on people saying they're the best duo because he's playing better than Klay. Hey, what is it? Under 39%. Klay Thompson been shooting in this postseason, but Poole is averaging 10 more percent field goal percentage and is shooting 29 points a night, or is 27. But still, he's one of the top 10 best scorers this postseason in his 4th year of his career. Jordan Poole is playing and basically like he is a 10-year player. Here, his pass has been crazy. His scoring has been nuts. He's been showing everyone that he's been studying Curry, and basically took him to the best of his ability to replicate what Curry's been doing on the court. And it's very hard to stop a team that has 3 players who could shoot from 30 feet away, right, and make it in a great clip. Yeah, Jordan Poole has been exceptional. And it's not just as Jordan Poole. We had Klay. We had Al Porter. We had Curry. Right, Andrew Wiggins. And it's Draymond Green. Versus the horn down to ebb of the Heat. What more you can ask for? Or the Warriors got everything and got to show themselves as team, but yet they're much different this postseason because of what Jordan has been doing. To me, he shouldn't be in the race with 6 man a year this season, but yet he played 50 starts. He got 50 starts. So in the writers and analyst minds who are voting for the 6 man a year, they think he's a starter. They think he's a starter. So basically, he's out of the award. But he shouldn't have got on that, or they shouldn't have reached a top 5 of 16 most per player list because of how phenomenal he's been playing. To me, he shouldn't have been in that top 5 because of what he's been doing. The way how he's picked up his team when Curry is down, he steps up and makes the biggest plays. Curry is the humblest player in this league, or the humblest star in the league. He as when playing off the bench, coming off the bench, realizing that he's coming off injury, and basically saying, Jordan Poole, you've been proving, and I put you on my wing, and bet you go bring us a win. Go bring us because you've proven that you deserve that to start. Well, he's showing that every step of the way. Jordan Poole is. It's shown it every night. Really, both of these guys should start together, but yet they're not. Not. But it doesn't matter because Jordan Poole is taking that role and is not area about being in the sixth man because he's been playing that all year. He's taking that role and hitting with strides. You would ask yourself, who's been playing more better there on the bench? Jordan Poole or Tyler Herro? Herro. Right now it's Tyler Herro at the moment. But Jordan Poole makes a good conversation for being the front runner of being the guy because he does know because the way how he is scoring what and going to the rim and not carry who's being guarded by going to shoot and feign phenomenal passing and shooting the right shots or what here he knows where he's most confident at making it is showing that he is ready to play. He was in the G League and people said he was a 47 pick from mock drafts, or projected to be 47th. But yet, it looks foolish when you look at that article 4 years back, because Poole is showing that he's one of the best players in the NBA. Really, people say that he should have been the race most player, but I can't blame them because of what he's been doing. He's basically showing this team, and they got so many great pieces off the bench. I could count nine out of how good the bench is, but I only count about 3 players: Porter, Andre Iguodala, Jordan Poole, and there's others. But that's how deep it goes. Well, it's 1 to 13, and because that's how great they are. Or they're ready to, whoever comes in, they want to play their hearts out for a team and want to play. Hey, and basically they want to step up for the team. And the Warriors are a team collectively that want to prove to everyone they're back and they want to win a title. It could be Andre Iguodala's last year, the finals MVP. It could be his final year. We don't know he's actually going to play right in this conference finals or the NBA finals, or even the Warriors do make it because they still had to beat the Suns. The Suns do make it through the conference finals, which reminds me, the Phoenix Suns. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns versus Dallas Mavericks. The series is tied 2-2. Luka is playing out in mind. If there was a playoff MVP award, he will be the front runner of that easily. As he's averaging 34 points a night. Is 50% field goal percentage. But he's playing like a superstar that he is, and playing his shit out. I remember my dad said 2 days ago he's not a superstar, and then this day he watching him how he passes the ball, how he put A's with his scoring, wearing his phenomenal play. He disregards my city. He said, and he shows that he's a superstar because of how good he's playing. That shows. That thing right there shows even the toughest of critics, because my dad's a tough critic, that that Luka is a special player. You can even say he's a top 5 player in this league. I actually could say that confidently because Luka is carrying this and showing that we got a chance to win. We got a chance to be the number 1 team in the league. Yeah, we're contenders, guys. we're contenders. If we want to prove to everyone we are. What he said, we had great players out here and we ready to show that we can contend with best them. He said something like that during his interview. But or oh no, the post game when he was player of the game, basically. He after the game. And I forgot what it's called. But anyway, Luka is just playing phenomenal. But I don't pick them to win that, to be the only team who upsets a team during the playoffs. Because the Suns, let's talk about the Suns, how they had a chance to win in this year. They had the best record because they're third best in defense. They're number one in offense. They're one of the best. They had never won. This is their. Oh, wait. No. They have won every game when they lead in the fourth quarter. They're undefeated when they lead in the fourth quarter. They are aggressive, true and throughout. And these last two games, they have it. And Chris Paul, I could talk about in this video how phenomenal he's been playing because it's his third best pro season of his career throughout the many years he's been playing. Since what was it, 2008? No, he was rookie year 2006 and playing the league for a long time. Man, that's too long. 16 years of his career here, but it just goes to show you how much he's been playing, how phenomenal he's been playing, and playing at 37 years old and playing great basketball. But these last two games, he's not been playing that MVP self. To me, there was a first team All Pro Season award. He will get that because of what he's been scoring eyes. He's just been that phenomenal, stepping up when Devin Booker's out, or when he's now basically back to his old self. Because of injury, Devin Booker was playing phenomenal in this game, but since Chris Paul wasn't playing well, the team lost. He's got to play more aggressive. Chris Paul is. Next game, being fouled out, it's not only playing. What was it? Under 24 minutes, under half the game. He's got to play more aggressive. The team is got to play more aggressive because he's got to have chip on his shoulder. We all know the player coach that he is, and he wants to have this team to win and play his phenomenal ball. Now, this video would not be complete without talking about the 76ers. Because the Sixers are taking that series out of the way and showing everyone that we're ready to play because Embiid is back. Yeah, but I don't believe in them per se because James Harden has to play his butt off and play the MVP James Harden, who we know shall. I'm gonna make a video in a few days of which James Harden wants to see. Point guard James Harden or MVP James Harden. Because if he's playing the most phenomenal passing he has ever played his career the past 2 years, he's not really a point guard. That's the thing. He's not really a point guard. Straight up. Up. The way how he's showing out there. Today's game, you need to score hugely and organize the offense in a huge way. They asked to do two important jobs of the team that James Harden cannot do. His hamstring and basically injuries has caused him to not get the separation that he wants And it's showing it in this this is series, and I think that's basically gonna kick their butts and send them. The reason why now, let's get back to Suns. The reason why I say the Suns not going and he had the best record, I might be talking about the Suns, saying Sixers, Celtics, Bucks. But the reason why I say that is because they don't have a number 3 guy, or don't prove to me they have no 3 guy. Chris Mills is hurt for the Bucks. The Sixers don't have that. Or you they had too young of that. I got Tyrese Maxey. The Celtics, Marcus Smart. I don't like that. I don't like the young player Rob Williams being the number 3 guy. But it's the Suns. They got DeAndre Ayton and Mikal Bridges. You could say is a third or best guy in the court, or they're in the regards for that. And those two, they don't score super aggressive. And one of them was in the candidacy for defense player of the year. Well, the other, when he's playing his multiple points in basketball, the team has a different edge, has a new edge to show their contenders. But the reason why I'm saying this is because you need 3 great players to play phenomenal basketball to win in the NBA Finals. If that is show every team you go in the NBA Finals, besides Michael Jordan's team. Even Michael Jordan's team, right here in this picture, in the middle, is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is right there. And he was a best player of the team. And he's not there, they don't win 3 rings in a row. They don't win their second heat because he's the defense anchor. The team needs him to play like the defense player level player that we all know he is. Or one of the greatest defenders of all time. The Heat and Warriors had that, or had better of that, from the Suns and front the Celtics, front one of the Bucks, and them. And basically, when that happens, you can't. To me, that proves to me that you're going to win. You had the best to win. Now, disregard my statement if it doesn't happen. That's the most fun thing about sports. Either your predictions are right or wrong, you're still going to love the game because of how good the players or athletes they are. That's the team. I mean, we're us fans, we love sports. And the Heat will show that they're ready to play. But the Suns, unless Ayton and Bridges step up for one series, I don't see them winning against the Warriors. No matter how great they are, they don't have. They need their starting 5 or their best 5 players to play well. Actually, their best 3 players play phenomenal. Even how good Chris Paul and Devin Booker are, they need their big 3 to play phenomenal. Wrong. Devin Booker, we have not seen a huge MVP game of his magnitude yet this postseason. And I think if we have, we only have start 2. But they lost those 2 games. And it's because one game he got hurt. The other was that Chris Paul got fouled out. When Chris Paul comes in and comes back, I want to see Devin Booker prove himself. I think we will see that. The next 2 or 3 games, we'll see the MVP Devin Booker because of how crazy good player he has become. He is a player at MVP. He is. And a lot of people are going to say the Dallas Mavericks are going to win this series after they came back from 2-0 and tied the series. But I don't see that unless Devin Booker does perform well. Well, they need both of these two players. There's me to play phenomenal both times to be able to beat this Dallas Mavericks team. As just how impressed the Dallas Mavericks are, if they only have one star level player, and that is Luka Doncic. Doncic. Let's talk about also the Celtics. In the Celtics versus the Bucks, that's the best series. Celtics versus Bucks is, and that it is. Man, I had no idea who's going to win that series. But if I had to go and someone put a gun to me or basically we put me to the wall, I'm gonna say Bucks win in 7 because of how great Giannis is and how great Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton are. But since Chris Middleton's not there, this team is vulnerable for personal standpoint because we don't know he's gonna come back. He's the best shooter on the court. Sorry, my phone. It's vibrating. Someone's trying to call me. But where was I? Oh yeah, the Bucks. The Bucks don't have Chris Middleton. They're showing the court that Drew Holiday and Giannis aren't playing from the ball. They're taking out the points of missing Chris Middleton, hitting 30 field goals or attempting 30 field goals a night. But I just don't see them win the whole thing. Chris Middleton back and healthy throughout the whole series. If he's not back in the NBA Finals, the Conference Finals, for the first 2 games, they're going to lose against Miami Heat. Because the Miami Heat, that's all they need is to win those 2 games at home. And they got the series in 6 games. Remember, Chris Middleton comes back in those 4 because he's coming back from injury and trying to get his team, into the sprint. Right. He's trying to get back healthy. And he can't do that unless he's playing basically more games. We have to see basically when he does come back. If he does come back earlier than what I just said there, game 3, he comes earlier than game 3, then that makes the Bucks more interesting because we know the team that they are. They replaced PJ Tucker with Grayson Allen. But yeah, Grayson Allen, we had no idea if he's going, when he's playing phenomenal most of the time, when he's playing great, average 20 points, they play great basketball. When he's not, this team, we had no idea what they can do. They got more offense this year, but had they improved more to win 2 in a row, to basically get a 2-peat. What is it called? A dynasty. And that's what I'm asking myself is Grayson Allen enough to do that? Is basically, had they made enough offense, is science to win? And I want to see them prove to me that they got enough squad to do that. And right now, I don't know. How great Satakura or Giannis Antetokounmpo is doing. I want to see what this team is capable of from a support cast standpoint. Going to win. Now, talk about Jason. The reason why I put them so down, Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics, is because Jason Tatum himself. Years, people have been saying that he is a superstar level player. He's a top 10 player. But that's the biggest weakness of him, is that when we want to see him be that superstar level player, he doesn't show it. This round, he has been averaging, 14 points, under 40% field goal percentage. That can't happen. That's unacceptable. Even how good the defense has been on the Bucks. Chris Mill is not there. Yet you're the best player on this team. And you're not scoring over 20 points. No matter how good Jaylen Brown's been this entire series, this entire postseason, no matter of fact. No matter how good, and Jason Tatum's not playing well, this team is not going to win. They need Tatum to step up. Or need someone who will step up. But we all know Tatum is the MVP level player. And that's why I say the Celtics don't have what they are contenders. If they win one defense entire year, they will have what it takes, because the Bucks, they have more. They have more against them, and we have a Super Bowl player, Giannis, versus against a player who's not showing that he's a superstar. We only have, 10 superstars. Yes, maybe we have 11 with Chris Paul. Tatum is not. If he is, he's borderline. You can't have the best player on your team, borderline superstar. I'm sorry, Celtics fans, but that's just it has to be. Thank you for watching me. As you see, it is 52 minutes. A lot better from my last video. I think like 15 minutes or faster. Or that's great. Hey, I hope to do more videos like this for you guys. Sure, tell me down in the comment section down below. Who you predict is going to win the title, or who you say is going to be in the NBA Finals. I predict Heat versus Warriors. I wanted you to know what I think about that. And I'm going to have through more controversial debates that we can talk friendly as a community as we can. That's what Moots is all about. Moots of JLC is out, everybody.